Hello and welcome back to the Hoarder's Crafting Podcast. My name is Sasha and I'm coming to you today from a sunny-ish town just outside of Birmingham in the West Midlands here in the UK. This is episode number 36 and it's probably going to be relatively short this week. I haven't done much knitting at all, so I will start with what I am wearing. This is my Elizabeth I jumper by Alice Starmore that I finished in April. It is using the Virtual Yarns Hebridean 2-ply in the colourway Kaluna, and I am so happy it's cold enough that I can start wearing this again now. It's quite nice. I will also apologise if I sound a wee bit sniffly. It sounds like I'm coming down with a cold, so I apologise in advance. But as I said, I've only got two projects to talk about this week. I have no finished objects, which isn't a surprise really. I don't think I'll have any finished objects now until probably about the middle of November. I was going to say probably the beginning of November, but next week is the beginning of November. I will start with the small one, which has seen 1 day's worth of work. I will also say I recorded Thursday evening last week. It's currently Wednesday afternoon, so everything is all tangled because of course it is. So these are the socks I am making for a friend using the West Yorkshire Spinners Signature 4-ply in the colourway Bullfinch. It is one of their bird yarns, and I am this far through. I think I had about 2 or 3 rounds of the leg left when I showed this last week. I have now finished the heel flap. I just need to do the heel turn and then I can work away on this. So this is 64 stitches on a 2.75mm needle. I have 25 rounds of 2x2 rib at the cuff, and then I went into a 3x1 pattern for the leg, which I did for 60 rounds, and that's pretty much all I have to say on these at the moment. They're just a really basic sock. I literally decided to do the ribbing, so I had something different to do. That's pretty much it for this sock. Like I said, all I really added was the heel flap. So it's an astounding amount of progress, isn't it? But hopefully I'll have more of this done next week. Probably will have more of this done next week, but they are a Christmas gift. Realistically, they don't need to be done until December. My goal is to have these done in time for them to visit at the end of November. But if they're not done, they're not done. I can always just post them to him. And I shall pop it back into the bag. Please go back into the bag nicely. Back in the bag they are. Sticky notes. And then the last project I have to talk about is a crocheted one. I have technically worked on my Jones cardigan this week, but I have literally done 1 repeat on the front, so it's like that much longer across about 40 stitches, so I didn't see the point in dragging that all the way over here just to go, look, it's that bit bigger. But this is the crocheted hexagon cardigan I am making for my mum for Christmas. And I have, yep, I have finished the first side of this. So this is being made using the James C. Brett Marble Chunky in the colourway MC15, which I believe is the aubergine mix. And I have finished the first side so far, seamed up the sleeve and added a few rows for the back, including some shaping ready for the neckline. I could have looked up a pattern for what to do here. I kind of just worked it out as I went. So the way I've done it is there's a bit of a, it's to create a bit of a curve to the back of the neckline. It'll look a lot more obvious once I've picked up and knit the ribbing all the way round. But I have the first panel completely finished, and I have, I believe, 2 more rounds left of the second panel before I do the same seaming up of the back and shaping of the back. Seaming up of the sleeve and shaping of the back. I'm not following a pattern for this, I am basically making it up as I go along at this point. But I am hoping I can have this finished by the middle of November. It would be nice to give it to her when she comes over at the beginning of December. That's usually when I hand over gifts and stuff like that to my mum and my sister, so they can take it home with them because they usually come to visit. And that's pretty much everything. I don't know what else there is to say about this. I am using a 6.5mm hook. This is a chunky weight 100% acrylic yarn. My mum has pets, so it needs to be washable, and to be honest, this isn't too bad. I haven't had any squeaky issues with this. My main issue with acrylic is it squeaks, and I don't like that. This is actually okay, this isn't squeaking. So, you watch, now that I've said that, I'll start noticing it's making a really, really slight squeaking noise. But, I'm hoping to have this finished soon. I think this is the last ball I will need to buy for this project. We shall see. I need to ask her a couple of extra details because she mentioned having it longer, so I might have to add some rows to the bottom just to bring it down a bit. But if I added any more rows, the sleeve was going to be too long and the armhole would be down here. So, but that's everything for this week. I will say there should have been an episode of my Vlogtober this week. That hasn't been. I have been a combination of very, very busy and not actually recording a lot because I've been very, very busy. And I hope I can get it out next week and just add on the last couple of days of October to it. Have it as a bigger episode, but we'll see how that goes and see if this cold gets any worse. Other than that, reading, watching, like stuffs. I say reading, I haven't actually been reading. Haven't actually been watching anything either, thinking about it. Yeah, that's life stuffs. Hopefully, I will be going to the NEC this weekend to go to there's 5 shows all in one. Like, you pay for one ticket and you go to 5 shows, which is the Craft Show, Cake and Bake International, Christmas Show, and the Sewing for Pleasure show. Hopefully I'll be going there on Saturday at the NEC here in Birmingham. If any of you happen to be there, hi. But I'm hoping to go to that, mostly just for a day out and to enjoy a bit of time to, well, I say a bit of time to myself. I will be taking my partner with me. He will be coming along. He absolutely loves the Cake and Bake show. So that's basically it for life stuffs. There's not really much else to say. It's just been a busy week, and I'm now going to go before I start sneezing everywhere again. So I hope you enjoyed this week's episode of the Anne Holds Crafting Podcast, and I hope to see you next time. Bye guys.